What is going on with GameStop stock, fucking Wall Street bets, and just the debacle of the stock market right now? Everybody wants to know. I feel like some people have kind of figured it out by now, but there's still a lot of people out there that don't know what the fuck's going on. So I figured to break it down for them and kind of do my best synopsis. So I think we've got to start with GameStop, like the stock itself. So back in April, GameStop was worth $2.80, the stock itself. And then I don't know if you've heard about Ryan Cohen. Austin, have you heard kind of like his story?
I've heard that name tossed around lately.
So Ryan Cohen is the founder of Chewy. You know what Chewy is, right? Like kind of like the dog service where I believe it's like the boxes they deliver.
No, Chewy is like an Amazon for pet products.
Okay, yeah. I'm mistaken.
You're thinking
right.
of like BarkBox or some shit.
Yeah, I think so. So Chewy is you are correct, is like the Amazon for dog products. It was actually bought out. Shameless plug for my old employer, PetSmart bought them out, and Ryan Cohen was the founder of Chewy. So he sold to PetSmart for like fucking $1 billion or some shit. And then he bought into he bought into GameStop back in November, I believe, and he bought 9 million shares. So he spent $76 million to buy 9 million shares. And this is well before anybody was like pushing GameStop to be like, to go up and up and up. So that was 10% of the company. He bought 10% of the company. And GameStop was just going down, and everybody thought GameStop was going to go out of business. So
those shares right now would be worth about $119 million.
No.
Oh,
he has
no,
9
GameStop.
million shares.
Sorry, I did
Yeah,
AMC. I did AMC.
Austin bought into AMC, so he's got a little
AMC
on the brain right now. Try again. I think he's worth like $1 billion. So 9 million shares at like $400 a piece. I know it's lower, but that's at a peak.
If it was at the peak of like the $420 that it hit,
yeah,
$3.78 billion.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he's in for the long term because he's now he's a chairman on the board of GameStop, and he's actually trying to turn that shit around. So the real question is, where does Wall Street Bets come into play, Austin? The boys of Wall Street Bets. Everybody fucking wants to know what the fuck is Wall Street Bets and where do they come into play? So Wall Street Bets is a subreddit on Reddit. And if you don't know what the fuck Reddit is, I'm sorry, I'm not going to explain it. You got to figure that shit out on your own. And basically their subreddit, they just post on there. They're like a trading subreddit, and they talk about stocks that they think are going to go up. They kind of help with day trading and stuff. They kind of rally behind certain stocks. And
a lot of the people on there, a lot of them are like big gamblers. Like they do risky investments.
Yes.
Like that's a lot of the Wall Street Bets. Is a lot of people are doing risky investments that they end up either losing a lot or gaining a lot. Because there are a lot of stock trading subreddits, but Wall Street Bets is like the fucking like Wolf of Wall Street level bullshit.
Absolutely. You can tell by their like avatar too. It's almost like a Donald Trump-esque suit guy, Wall Street type guy. I only say Donald Trump because he's got the blonde slick back hair, kind of. I don't know. But so basically they posted an article a while back saying that GameStop is super undervalued and it's getting shorted by a ton of different companies, and that they think it could make a bull run. So bull run is basically when people are buying tons and tons of the stock and the stock is on the way up. And they were kind of pissed at all these people, all these investors, these heavy investors shorting the stock. And if you don't know what shorting the stock is, it's where basically you borrow stock from the company and you sell it to somebody else, and you're betting on the stock to go down in value. So let's say you buy it at $1 and you're buying all this stock from the company at $1, and then you're giving it out for $1, and you believe the stock's going to lower in value. So you're going to buy that stock back from the people that you sent the stock to, and then you're going to make basically that difference within the stock price. So you're betting on the stock to lose. So like tons and tons and tons and tons of investors were betting on the stock to lose. So Wall Street Bets was like, fuck this. We see this huge shorting of this stock. We're going to fucking make it run. And when they make it run, you can lose unlimited amount of money when you try and short a stock. So like if you buy a stock normally, let's say you buy it for $1, it can only hit zero. You can't lose more than zero. But when you short a stock, there's no fucking ceiling to what you can lose. So let's say you buy it for $1 and you give it out to people and you sell it to people and you're hoping it shorts. So you're borrowing that stock from the company. You have to pay interest on that stock itself and then you resell it out. If it fucking goes up, you're eventually going to have to buy those shares back at a higher price and then give the stock back to the company because you're borrowing the stock. So you're paying interest while the stock's up. And then you're just kind of like, holy fuck, this can just keep going up and up and up. And I'm losing more and more and more money. So that's kind of what Wall Street Bets did to these huge hedge funds. And billionaires were losing their shit. You see kind of like the craziness going on in the media of all these billionaires coming out like crying.
Yeah, and every single one of them can fucking suck on my balls. Fuck these billionaires and their fucking mansion in every city and their fucking 6 or 7 fucking yachts and their fucking country clubs. Fuck you.
It was hilarious because our boy, one of the people we support here, Elon Musk, came out and was tweeting and just kind of like blowing up this situation. One of the funniest things I thought he said was he was saying that you can't sell a house you don't own. You can't sell basically a car you don't own, but it's totally okay to sell stocks you don't own, like making a joke and saying like that's completely stupid. And he said it should be illegal. So like this shorting, when you short a stock, you borrow the stock, you sell it. You don't technically own the stock. You shouldn't be able to borrow and sell something that you don't own. And now people are losing heavy and they want to cry and say that this should be illegal. But in the first place, you shouldn't be able to short stocks.
Here's it in the most layman terms possible. Billionaires are pissed off that average people are beating them at their own game.
Exactly.
Billionaires are losing money. Average people are gaining money. And that really pisses off the fucking dick fucks on Wall Street.
Yeah, it does. It's fucking crazy, dude. And then Robinhood's smack dab in the middle, dude.
Oh, fuck Robinhood. Yeah, they were restricting trades of GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, because like one of their like backers, I don't know the full detail of it, but one of their backers is like, you know, part of this like whole hedge fund shorting thing. And so their backers who were losing money wanted Robinhood to stop selling the stock to people so that they could stop driving the price up. So it's blatant market manipulation.
Yeah, it's really sad. I don't know if Robinhood makes it out of this in the end. We'll see.
A lot of people on Wall Street Bets are saying that they're not going to survive this, and you know what? They shouldn't. Fuck them.
Yeah, they said they were for the people. I mean, they're literally Robinhood. Take from the rich, give to the poor, and
they're doing the opposite.
Exact opposite.
You know who didn't fucking stop me from buying my AMC?
Who?
Stockpile.
All right.
They don't give a fuck.
We see you, Stockpile.
Not a sponsor.
You want to reach out?
I pay your 99-cent trade fees. That's fine. A lot less than $7.
You know what I've learned from this entire situation, Austin?
What?
Elon tweets like a fucking robot. The Bicknell and Shea Podcast is now following Elon Musk, and I realized he is a fucking robot. Just read his tweets. They don't even make sense.
He probably has an AI that writes his tweets for him that is like deep learning.
Yeah.
He's like he's programming his own AI that's going to fight the other AI that he's afraid of.
That's Elon for you. Oh, also, Austin and I giving you that sweet Doge advice a couple weeks back saying that, Doge is the way, Doge is the way, Doge is the way. We're going to invest in Doge. If you would have invested in Doge when Austin and I were talking about Doge a couple weeks back, and then you sold at the peak once everything went mad crazy, you probably have a lot more bank in your pocket right now. I would like to point out the Bicknell and Shea Podcast, Jeff Bicknell and Austin Shea. We are not financial advisors. We do not offer financial advice. This is just
we're in a lot of debt.
We are very much so in a lot of debt, and we do not offer financial advice. You should
invest at your own risk.
Yes.
So, everything is alleged.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's like betting. You already know how much of a degenerate gambler I am. So, but we're backing off. Anyways, let's wrap up this week's BS. That was the madness from this week. Absolute fucking madness. This happened at the beginning of the week. I had to wait all fucking week to talk about this. So, but it kind of worked out because it just built and built and built and built.